Let's talk about something far brighter, literacy.
Let's.
And Literacy Mid-South has a vision, and here it is, quote, a community where everyone has abundant opportunities through empowerment and freedom that literacy provides, close quote. And here to talk about the work done through that organization is Johnny Blunt, the Director of Collaborative Action at Literacy Mid-South. Johnny, welcome.
Hello, thank you.
Good to have you with us. First of all, just for our audience out there, in case they don't know, explain what Literacy Mid-South is all about.
Yeah, so this is actually our 51st year that we
Wow.
have been around. It's really, really amazing. And so
Yeah.
we've been providing literacy resources to learners of all backgrounds and ages, adults as well as kids, working with the community at large and also with individuals.
All right, your organization is one of 34 nonprofits to recently receive a Safer Communities grant. How do you plan to use those funds?
Yeah, so those funds will specifically go towards the work we do with our out-of-school time partners. So these are existing community organizations that have after-school and summer programs that are low to no fee, that range from your neighborhood church to the YMCA to the Memphis Parks community centers, and we provide them with the resources they need to add literacy to their existing programming.
Yeah, and this is about more than just teaching someone to read. This is good for making a better Memphis, a better community, right?
Completely, right? And so, these organizations are creating safe spaces for kids in the after school and summer space, and we're adding academic enrichment to that. And then B, literacy leads to safer communities, both for kids, and if we think about the future and currently, and for adults, because Literacy Mid-South doesn't just focus on kids,
Right.
we do also focus on adults as well.
You know, we're concerned about kids reading at grade level, and we know that's not really the focus of your work. It's not inside the schools, right? It's outside the schools.
So we do both, actually. So,
Okay.
but this specific grant is related to that out of school time, but we do a lot of amazing work in schools as well.
Okay, well, very good. Well, let me ask you this. Literacy is defined as the ability to read and write at a competent level, which is generally regarded as a standard at the 8th grade level. Now, some old studies, and these studies go back to like 2016, that's the most recent research, say that some 14% of the people of our community in Shelby County, or 97,000 of our neighbors, fall short of that standard of being able to read and write on an 8th grade level. Are there any metrics to indicate that the tide is turning?
Yeah, so the first answer to that is a sad one. The direct one is no, right? There's not a lot of funding and effort and sort of attention being put specifically in adult education. And it's very important to our workforce in general as we think about things like Blue Oval and all these
Right.
other sort of workforce initiatives. So there's a real need for investment, especially when we think about the University of Memphis and their R1 status, to put some research into that question and see how things have changed. But the other thing that I will say is oftentimes how we define literacy it doesn't encompass all that literacy is. So those people that aren't passing a test saying that they're reading on an 8th grade level, those are adults who have made it through their lives successfully
Right.
and have many other literacies. And so one of the important things to us as Literacy Mid-South is acknowledging that literacy, of course, is reading a book, and it's incredibly important to have that functional literacy, but you have a variety of literacies and skills that matter too, and how do we both grow those for people, but also celebrate them?
That's amazing. And I understand that there are volunteer opportunities as well. How do people volunteer if they want to?
Yeah, so I'll say there are volunteer opportunities. There's also employment opportunities.
Okay.
So I talked earlier about our in-school work that we do. So we have a tutoring, our Tutor 901, a tutoring core of people who are working in schools doing tutoring. We're hiring for some part-time tutors there, and it's always worth checking out our website to see if we're currently hiring, because there's cycles there. And in the same way, we have volunteer opportunities both through Literacy Mid-South, sort of directly doing like packing some resource bags, but also through AmeriCorps, which is an amazing national service opportunity similar to the Peace Corps, but focused here in the United States. And so please check out our website where you're going to find all of those really awesome opportunities.
All right, so what about people in need of Literacy Mid-South? How do they make that work?
Yeah, so what I'll say is on our elementary side, really those are through your existing community resources. But on the adult side, if you're an adult who's looking to improve your reading and writing skills and you're reading at an elementary level, please reach out to us via our phone number or on our website. And if you're an adult looking to improve your English language learning skills, so your conversational English, we also have free classes for those. So free tutoring for adults in both those spaces.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much again for coming in today. Johnny Blunt with Director of Collaborative Action at
Yes.
Literacy Mid-South. Good to have
Thank
you
y'all
with
so
us.
much.
Thank you for your service and your good work. All right.